80-20. 80-20. 20% of your efforts, 80% of your results. If you don't understand this principle, you will struggle to become extremely productive. We all have a limited number of hours on this earth. How do we make sure each hour we spend is the most productive it can possibly be? We need to understand the principle, 80-20. 20% of your efforts, 80% of the results. It never ceases to amaze me how much time is spent doing activities and tasks where such little results are achieved on the back end of them. Instead, you could be finding out what is the 20% of things you do each day that is providing 80% of the outcomes and really doubling down on that so your outcomes increase. We are taught that things work on averages. Things don't work on averages. Things work on extremes, doing things that people aren't doing and doing them for longer even if they are doing it. If you want to be an outlier, live like an outlier. Do things that people aren't willing to do to achieve what people want to achieve. Remember the principle, 80-20. For example, if you want a physique that not many people in the world have, you have to do things which they aren't willing to do. You have to wake up early in the morning and grind, go for those runs, do those sit-ups, lift those weights. You have to do things which people aren't willing to do. If you want to run a business and run a startup, you have to do what people aren't willing to do. You have to put in hours, you have to sacrifice, you have to miss your family. For example, let's say you see 100 customers a week. Chances are that 20% of those customers, so 20 customers, are producing 80 or more % of your revenues. So, instead of providing the same quality of service everywhere, why don't you find out what those 20% would benefit from having extra? Find out what their needs are, provide them with extra value. After all, they are the ones that are growing your business, so double down on how to add value to them. This blows my mind, right? The number of businesses that introduced so many different product lines when it was the one or two products at the beginning which got their business to where it is now. And then they wonder, why are they struggling? One of the best retailers in the world, Apple, they do this greatly. They focus on the products which made their business successful. And that focus is important. Find out what are the 20% of your product line that produces 80% of the revenues for you. For example, constantly replying back to 100 emails a day is unlikely to really produce tangible results for you. So instead, find out again, what is it that's really going to create value for you and your business and drive you forward. You'll find it's just around 20% of your day that really is productive. Now imagine you can take that 20% and use that across your day. You'll be far more productive. So don't forget, 80-20. Double down on what will actually produce results. Live by the extremes. Be an outlier.